Okay, so let's open up FL Studio. It's working on it. There we go. Hey FL, how you doing? Okay, cool. Let me bring over. This is the mixer part of FL Studio. This won't be the view that you will see when you first open it up. What I'm doing is right now the mixer is detached from the rest of the DAW. I'm just going to reattach it, meaning the window's going to live within, one big window. So I'm doing that. And now I am dragging over the main interface. So this is FL Studio right here. And you can see here is our mixer that we were just looking at. Just a quick, brief overview of FL Studio in general. There are three main views that you need to know. Number one is the mixer, which is, all of these. So it resembles like something you'd see in a major studio with faders and all of that. There is the playlist, which will show each one of these channels could contain patterns or samples that will make up your entire song. So it's a good like song view of your project. And then we have the channel rack here where we load the different instruments in and then tie them to mixer channels. Okay, so let's look for the samples that we just downloaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Options. We're going to go to File Settings. And move my little window here. And we're going to add the folder that they're in. So I'm just going to click on the folder. If you remember, we went to the F drive for me. It was my external drive. And right up here we put P4F, so Producing for Free Samples. So I'm going to add that folder. I'm going to click Select Folder. There we go, and now it's added here, and you might have noticed that it added it to the left over here. So it should have popped up. Oh, here it is, right at the top. P4F, Producing for Free Samples. So now that I've added this folder, it pops up in this left panel over here in our browser. So you're going to be able to find the samples that we want to work with. Okay, great. A couple of other things I do want to show on these options real quick is we're going to go over here to audio. I would stick with FL Studio ASIO. That should work fine, and it should be by default. But the sample rate, 44,100 is fine. Here, buffer length. So click on that and make sure you put that on the highest setting, especially if you have limited processing power or limited RAM memory. And then another thing that you're going to want to do is, let me see if I remember where this is. I think it's under General. No, it's not General. Project. So make sure that it says Auto Save. And there should be, no, this isn't it either. Hold on one second. Maybe it's in General. There's a setting where you can make sure that it is, oh, did I just mess something up? There's a setting where you can autosave, so up to 100 times. Oh, here it is. What is this under? Oh, it's under File. So it's still under the same folder, File. So at the top here, I chose very frequently, like every minute, autosave it, and then up to 100 different autosaves as you go. That'll just ensure that if you forget to, save your project and something crashes, this will have a backup ready for you. Okay, cool. So the next thing you want to do is go to your folder and start looking for a guitar or melody loop that you want to build your song on. Just, to your taste, whatever you like. I'm looking through here. Here's guitar loops. Maybe we'll do like a guitar loop. Process loop. It's pretty dope. And I'm a pop producer, so I'm going to make a pop track, but, whatever your genre is, just look for your genre. Oof, I like that. I like this one. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is set the BPM, the beats per minute, of the session to the same as the sample. This has a ballad feel, and it is at 170. And you can see up here, that the session is defaulted to 130. I'm actually going to put this at halftime, meaning half of 170, which is 85. So I'm going to set the tempo to 85. 85 plus 85 is 170, so they call that halftime. I'm going to put it to 85 instead of 170. All right, there we go. And then I'm just going to left-click, drag this over. And then I'm going to fill up 16 bars. So what do I mean by bars? Let's take a look real quick. So right here, actually I'm just going to fill up 8 bars since we're at halftime. So right here, this is a magnet tool, and this will let you decide what your grid is divided into. So right now you can see it's divided into bars. If I were to select beats, it would, 1, 2, 3, 4 beats per bar, right? Because we're in 4/4 time. It would do that. But we're going to stick with bars. And we're going to fill up 8 bars. Let's just hear what that sounds like. Oh, another thing you want to do is go right up here to the top, switch it from pattern to song mode right there. And then that will play whatever is on your playlist versus a single pattern. What is a pattern? I'll show you in a minute. But let's start by just listening to the guitar sample. Cool. That loops back on itself pretty well. I was just seeing if there was a glitch or if it sounded funny. That'll work. Okay. Cool. So we have a guitar sample, right? Okay. Now we're just gonna build around this. So we're really gonna focus on these 8 bars, and we're gonna fill it with different elements. So let's go back to the guide real quick. All right, so going back to the guide, I'm going to change this to, I'm going to put 8 bars halftime, right? Just so that makes sense for this demo. If it was like a tempo of 130 or something like that, it would be 16 bars, but we're gonna focus on 8 bars. We're gonna make them as full as possible. So we're gonna add a bass. We're going to add keys, we're going to add guitars, pads, Atmos, drums, Foley effects, all of that. We're going to arrange it into a format, and then we're going to add and remove elements. So all we're doing right now is we're filling it up with those elements. So the first thing we want to add is, I don't know, let's add a bass first. So I'm going to stop the video here, and then we'll start adding a bass.